Hey guys, I'm Aussie Bill and welcome to episode 82 of the Hearts of Midlothian Save, our bid to take the team to the Scottish football. Let's go for European football now as well. We've got a bit of extra time here before FM20. Let's go for the top of European football. Now today we have the first game of, speaking of European football, the first game of the group stage of the Champions League. We'll get to the draw for that in just a second so we know who we're playing. We're also going to face Hibs in the local derby, of course, the Edinburgh derby. Now transfer window has closed. You can see we didn't sign anybody else. A couple of youngsters went out on loan, but no one major. So that was that. The only real news to report is in unfortunately, the medical centre. Dimitri Mitchell out for 5 to 7 weeks with a broken toe. So that was frustrating and annoying, but I guess it kind of is what it is. All right, let's go and have a look at this European Champions League draw. Who did we get? And here we go, it is the Champions League draw. We're one of 8 teams seeded 4th in the draw. I was really hopeful, as Scottish champions, that we would be seeded first. But obviously that's not the case. It doesn't look like the seedings work like that, because there's 2 Spanish teams up there. So, how far are we off getting out of the 4th pot? We're still a little ways away, aren't we? We've got 25 coefficient points. We would need to get to 48. So, you never know. Maybe this could be the year that we do it. Unlikely though, isn't it? So let's just draw out the first seed. We'll get to the we'll get down to the 4th pot. Of all those first seeds, who would you want? I mean, Porto maybe, RB Leipzig perhaps, Lazio is a surprise first seed. Actually, now I think about it, let's have a look at the second seeds here. Atletico Madrid, Olympic Lyon. Is there anybody there? Lazio, Tottenham is. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at those top 2, and there's no real, maybe Lazio, Tottenham, maybe Porto, Lyon. Let's see how the third tiers go out. Shakhtar wouldn't be the worst, would it? I mean, really, ideally, I think we would want a weaker, so maybe we're looking at Group H with a weaker third team to try and make sure we can get out of the parachute, I should say, down into the Europa League as a worst case scenario. If we take that, we're not going to get that one. Oh, it's not Fiorentina. This would be tough. It's not that one. This would be okay-ish. Oh, it's okay-ish, and it's only okay-ish. It's Lazio, it's Tottenham, it's Monaco, and it's us. If we're looking at that, in terms of getting actually out of the group, now bear in mind we went very close to getting out of our group last year, didn't we? In terms of getting out of the group, that is probably the group that gives us the best chance. Maybe Group H would have given us a decent chance as well. But I would say we're equally as big a... This is probably the group, one of the tougher groups, where we're just as likely to just crash out of Europe altogether, because there's no real... It's tough, isn't it? The third tier team, Monaco, is probably one of the better third tier teams. Yeah, there it is. Let me know what you think in the comments. It could be better, couldn't it? It could be better, but it definitely could be worse as well. So there we have it. It is Monaco, I can tell you. It's Monaco and Hibs today, away to Monaco, which is a huge first-up game for us, so we can get something from that. You can see we've got the Champions League money in, so finances are looking very, very good. We've also, in facilities, we've had the upgrade to our youth facilities, so they're state-of-the-art. The training facilities shouldn't be too far behind them. They will hopefully go to state-of-the-art as well. But before we get to today's games, let's have a quick look back at how we've done since last episode, starting with the second round of the Betfred Cup against Championship St Mirren. We fell behind thanks to some horrible defending, and we're 2-0 down a few minutes later after not learning our lesson. Nicholas Buckley pulled one back before the break with a long-range effort, but with 20 minutes to go we were 2 down again after still not figuring out how to mark properly. Hickey played Uche in a few minutes later to get us back within a goal. Both teams went down to 10 men, Kieran Lang sent off for us, and we made the most of the extra space when Turner crossed for Uche to head in his second. And Uche completed the rescue and his hat-trick in extra time, heading in Dreer's cross. So there you go, we made very, very hard work of that, and let me tell you, I was very worried at 3-1 after 71 minutes. But Uche was the hero on the day. Lang got himself sillily sent off. Sillily? Sure, we'll go with that. And then luckily for us, there was a second red card in the game that went to them, so that kind of evened it up. But yeah, in the end, job done. Uche the hero, but very, very, yeah, not great. Anyway, next up we went to play Dundee United in the league. Jack Lancaster got us off to a great start, finding space for a shot before unleashing a great effort into the net. 18 minutes in, and Rian Brewster played in Lancaster again to continue his strong goal-scoring start to the season and double our lead. Brewster got himself on the score sheet early in the second half after no one closed him down. And Innes Cameron rounded off the scoring, powering in a header for his first of the season. This is more like it. Very, very solid performance. Lancaster with a double. Brewster and Innes Cameron with the goals as well. Really, really good performance. You can see from the match ratings there, the match stats. We absolutely smashed them to pieces, which was really, really good. Next up, we played Aberdeen. A bit of a bogey side for us. We opened the scoring midway through the first half when Brewster's cross was headed in by Lancaster. We doubled our lead midway through the second half when new boy Carlos got his first for the club, getting on the end of a Taylor cross. And Lancaster continued his dream start to the season from a corner to make it 3-0. There we go, maybe not a bogey team this year. Jack Lancaster continued his just godlike form with another double. Carlos got his first for the club in a competitive game, which was good. You can see, he may have noticed he got the assist for Lancaster's second off the corner there with the flick on. Yet again, the team played really, really well. Match stats tell a story there. We were really good again in this game. And the last game to catch you up on was a game against I think they were newly promoted, Wraith Rovers. Dozzle opened the scoring after 33 minutes with a stunning free kick. Carlos got our second just after half-time, reacting quickest to a loose ball. Turnbull smashed in our third, again pouncing on a loose ball. Before Carlos got his second after 65 minutes, heading in Taylor's cross. And Turnbull rounded out the scoring with a thunderbolt. Yet again, we were really good in this one. Dozzle with a sensational free kick. Carlos with a double. Turnbull with a double. We rotated heavily ahead of this one. This is where Mitchell picked up his injury. We rotated heavily ahead of this one, though, with the Champions League game coming up midweek. And to tell you what, the second stringers really did get the job done for us. We came up against Andy Irving in this one. Of course, we sold him to Wraith this summer just gone. This transfer window just gone. He did okay for them. He was probably their best player, to be fair. But yeah, we really rotated, as I said, but a really, really good, strong performance. So we've rebounded pretty well from that Rangers defeat and then a bit of a dodgy Betfred Cup fixture. We rebounded pretty well, and you can see there that we're only a point behind the two Celtic clubs. Still two Celtic clubs, the two Glasgow clubs. And Dundee is doing quite well, as are Hibs. Second game this episode, they're no mugs. And you can see, as I said, the Champions League group there. Lazio beat Spurs and they had the early kickoff today. Ideally, we would have got a draw out of that, but it is what it is. We play Lazio at home next, so that'll be a big game for us, won't it? Anyway, this is all about Monaco right now. Let's have a look at what we're expecting from them. They are the favourites. You would probably expect that, though we are in the better form. Now, unfortunately, we have absolutely no information on them whatsoever. They don't have a manager, apparently. They don't have a playing style. Data analysis took the week off. They beat Dynamo Kiev last time out. That's all we know. So we're really going into this blind, which is not helpful in the slice. But this is a team we're sending out. It's Amar in goal. It's Taylor, Hehu, Coping, and Johnson. Hehu says he's happy. He still requests to be transfer listed, but when the window closed, he just realised that there wasn't a bid that came in for the agreed fee. So I don't know how long that promise has to last, but he's really good. But if we get 24 million for him, I guess we'll kind of just go and buy somebody. So that's fine, I guess. So that's the back four. Cochrane's going to sit in front of them. It's Dominguez and Dozzle in midfield. It's Jones and Lancaster with Uche up top. We're going to put Carlos on the bench. Maybe he can be an X factor for us if we need an X factor. So Monaco is playing different to how we were expecting them to play. We were definitely expecting a number 10. But like I say, that was the scouts. Data analysis didn't know what to expect. And I wonder now if we're a little bit too defensive if we need a number 10. We do have Hartford on the bench, so we can change things if we need to. What do we want to say to this? Give them a bit of a boost. Nothing to lose here. All right, we've got nothing to lose. Let's show them what we're capable of. Let's go with a little bit of passion, shall we? Come on. No, that didn't work. So let's just keep it calm. Get out there. Oh, it's good to have the Champions League back, isn't it? It's a really... Why is there a Canadian flag there? Did anybody... Let me know if you saw that, and if you do know why there's a Canadian flag in the Monaco Stadium. There it is there again. Look, what is it? Maybe it's not a Canadian flag. Maybe it's something else. Anyway, it can't be the Canadian flag. There's something in the middle of it. I just realised that. It's not. It's more like a Peruvian flag, isn't it? Anyway, I'm digressing. I think if we can get out of this, obviously, with a point, it's a really tough group. It's the sort of group, I think, as I said in the draw, that it probably gives us... Going wide. No, it's not a Canadian flag at all. probably gives us the best chance of getting out of the group, but I think it equally gives us the best chance of being just eliminated altogether as well. If we can keep our form going of last year in Europe, then we'll obviously have a chance. And we're probably a better team. Let's remember, we almost got through our group last year with Teddy Smith in goal. So, I think we've definitely got a better goalkeeper this year, as Amar's about to do something ridiculously stupid, isn't he? Oh my god, why am I talking? Why? Just why? Just why, guys? Honestly, come on. Concentrate. He had forward. Look, how many options do you need, boys? Oh, that's a flashback to like the stupid goalkeepers before they fixed them. That is just moronic. We can't be affording to do that. Come on, guys. We're in a tough group here. We're away from home. It's 0-0. If you're going to do that, do it when we're losing 5-0. It doesn't really matter. Amar, oh my god, Amar. We had a better goalkeeper in Teddy Smith. I don't know why we signed Amar. He's a waste of money. There, you happy now, Amar? Unbelievable. Come on, boys. Demand more. We might go with a number 10 in the second half, because this doesn't particularly look like it's working for us. The fact that they have sort of the two men in front of their back four, I mean, they're showing us respect, aren't they? Which is nice. Here we go with Cochrane. That is a bit of an aimless ball forward, if I'm honest, boys. Go on, chase that down. Chase it, Jones. Chase it. Put pressure on. Put pressure on their keeper. Go on, Uche. Closing down. Closing down. Uche! Oh! The goalkeepers are terrible in this game. It's 1-1. Very nice, Monaco, giving us our goal back. Excellent stuff. We'll take it and run. Uche, fourth goal of the season. First goal in Europe. And we will tell them to demand more of that. Well, at least it's 1-1 in that case, isn't it? Subasic this time, absolutely moronic, and we'll take it and run. What is wrong with the goalkeepers in this game? This particular game, not Football Manager in general, though there is a question there to be answered, isn't there? He who got the blame for that Amar goal, that's ridiculously harsh on him, because you don't expect your back pass to be held by the keeper and then just sort of run away from it like he's a anti-charged magnet. Alright, we'll just about accept that, to be honest. Were they excellent? I mean, it's 1-1 away from home. It's not bad. Alright, let's give it maybe a passion. No, let's keep it calm. It's time for everyone to dig in. Let's go out there and do this. He who, come on, man. I don't think it was your mistake, but I'll tell you I'm disappointed in it. Try and fire him up. Who's lost confidence there? Taylor. What a clown. We don't have what's his face, Mitchell on the bench either to bring on. We do have McIntosh, who's a good youngster. I didn't send him out on loan, and I tell you what, now seeing that that Mitchell's out injured, I'm very, very happy I didn't, because, well, A, we would have been very short at left back if I'd done that, and also now we can give McIntosh some game time playing for us, which is perfect. A little bit worried about that lost confidence at left back, but we'll just get back out there. We'll hold off on the switch to a number 10 just for now. Yeah, Pellegrini, who's obviously a big threat here. Johnson hacks it clear. Free kick given. It's a push on He-Who, so that is fine. Come on, boys. Let's get creative here. Let's settle into our game. Let's give them something to worry about here. What can we do? Defensive throw. Johnson. It's not a good one. It's not a good one. I think we need to change something here. I feel like we're massively on the back foot. Can we get a... No, Amar's just stood there and watched it flash past him. And we're going to change things. We are going to take off... I'm going to take off Dominguez, I think. Dozzel's been playing really, really well. So we'll take off Dominguez. We'll make that change there, which is fine. We will switch Dozzel back to a... What can he do for us? Central midfielder. That works. Or do we have him? No, let's do this. Let's have him as an attacking midfielder. Let's keep Dozzel as an advanced playmaker. Just drop him back to support. And what we want to do is we'll want to close up these lines and maybe play a higher line as well. And everything else there looks okay, I think. Do we want to exploit the flanks? Maybe not. It hasn't particularly worked for us, has it? We'll need to be more expressive at this point as well. So we'll confirm those changes. Give Hartford a big pat on the back. Tell him, go out there and change this game for us, mate. And Amar's he's not had a good day, has he? Just a little bit slow to get to the ball there. Yeah, he's done well. Amar's just This is Slamal in disguise, isn't it? Right now, come on, boys, show some passion here. Lancaster's having a poor day as well, which is not ideal. Because he has been just sensationally good at the start of the season here, but I don't think it's his day. So we're going to bring Rio and Brewster to play on the left, which he can't really do. That's how desperate we are here. Yeah, we've not had a good day. It's away from home, so I mean we can maybe excuse it. Here we go with Cochrane. The ball in Uche! Just over the bar. Uche, we needed that one, mate. Oh, that is so close. Let's go attacking now. What we do want to do is try and keep goal difference close, because that did kind of cost us in the end last season, didn't it, with Benfica? Yeah, like I say, the only upside if we do lose this game, you could see what was trying to happen there. You know what we might do? Let's bring on X Factor, shall we? Let's bring on Carlos for Uche. Uche's done absolutely nothing wrong, but I just think we need a goal. Let's bring on the man that we bought to try and be the difference maker in Europe. He's had not a great start to the season, to be honest. His match rating has only been good when he started scoring, and he hasn't sort of got the first goal in games. Pellegrini, maybe a little bit too much space in here. Can we get a foot in here somewhere, please, boys? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, just past the post. I'm gonna say, despite his form this game, Aymar had that covered. We've been very poor defensively, haven't we? Let's give it a concentrate, maybe. Is there anything else we can do? Oh, we've nicked that. Here we go with Carlos. Oh, it's a lungy tackle. Brewster's there. Brewster back for Dozzle. Dozzle for Hartford. Oh! Was that the chance? All right, let's get stuck in here. What else can we do? Let's counter press. Let's go a full pitch press as well. Let's raise our tempo. Be more direct. I don't think we want to exploit the flank. Let's not work it into the box though. Let's just see what happens here. 5 minutes to go. Can we get something in the way of a point? Pellegrini has absolutely bossed Taylor out there, hasn't he? We haven't had a good day defensively, which is a shame. Jones is there. He can't win that. Can we get to it first? No, we can't. Can we get to anything first, boys? Come on. Too much space in there. Pellegrini's in again. We've seen this before. Oh, good save from Aymar that time. Got behind that one. See what happens when you try, mate? You can save things. Yeah. Come on, can we nick this? Can we get back up the other end of the field? Ball comes into the box. Pellegrini's a monster in the air, but that's okay. We're there. Johnson did enough on that particular occasion. Let's go very attacking. It doesn't usually work, but you never know. Aymar's turned out to have a pretty good day. This isn't the end of the game yet. There's still 2 minutes to go. If we can win this, we're not going to win that because Pellegrini's there. Second ball, please, boys. Coping down for Cochrane. Back for Coping. He who? Go on, mate. Go on. What's he got for us? Heading for Hartford. Hartford spreads it wide. That's okay. Looking for Jones. This is good. What can Curtis Jones do? Oh, that's selfish, mate. That is horrible. What are you doing? That's the panic, isn't it? Of high tempo. Oh, there's a good ball for Carlos. Not quite. Oh, that had the defense panic just for a second there, didn't it? Can we push forward? Come on, boys. Come on. 30 seconds to go. Can we rescue a point in this game? It's Hartford. Crossing to the box. No, it's... I tell you what, decent. Oh, Carlos tried, to be fair to him. He had to try there, but... disappointing. It's disappointing. I mean, as I said, it's away from home, so it's salvageable. We're the second best team, I think. Them coming out not as we expected to play, I'll be honest, it doesn't help. When you're up against a better team like this, and let's be honest, these are still better teams than us. It really helps me if I know what we're up against so I can kind of plan for it, but yeah. So there we go, defeated in the opening game of the Champions League. Goal difference is still okay, that's good because I think first game last year, Benfica ended up blowing us out a little bit, didn't they? But it puts a lot of pressure on our next game at home. We really need to get something from that, especially given that Monaco were sort of the third pot team. So that's a team that we should really be beating. But anyway, wait right there. We'll be back. It's time for the Edinburgh Derby. Okay, welcome back. It is time for the Edinburgh Derby. We are up against Hibs. We are the favourites of this one. We are at home. We have a decent record against them, certainly lately. If we have a look at what we're expecting, we do have scouting analysis reports, which really helps. Hervé Renard is still their manager from last year. Balanced, standard mentality. No, we're not necessarily we're expecting them more to have sort of a wing-backs and I forget what the actual... But it was more wing-backs, I think, than this formation. So I don't know if this is exactly how they're going to play, but... We can see there's maybe time to be had in behind their fullbacks. There's a lot of space either side of their centre backs. We can see their passing network there and their key passes. And this is the team we're sending out. A fairly strong team. We are resting a few players. We do have the Betfred Cup coming up midweek, so we can rest pretty much all the rest of the players for that one. Because it's Amar in goal. It's Taylor, Coping, Proctor, and Johnson as the back four. Cochrane and Turnbull in midfield. Brewster, Hartford, and Lancaster in behind the new boy Carlos. Let's score some goals here. Yeah, here we go. This is how we're expecting them to play. So the scouts did get it right. So we can pretty much discount exactly what we saw from the analysis report there. But that is what it is. Robertson says do it for the fans. What do we want to say to this? Fans, it's a derby. Let's do it for the fans. Some calm, we have faith. And let's get out there. This is Harry Cochrane's 125th league appearance for the club. Well, it might be appearance. I forget if it was league appearances or appearances now. But 125 games for Harry Cochrane. He's been an absolute star for us, hasn't he? So that's good to see. If he stays at this club, he could end up, I don't know what the appearance record is, but I mean, he's pretty much been in our starting lineup since he was 18. So, 20 years of that playing week in, week out, I'd imagine he would rack up quite the amount of appearances. But here we go. We've nicked this early. Is it going to be just a kickoff highlight, or is there going to be a little bit more to it than that? Here we go with Hartford. That's a fantastic ball for Brewster! Oh, what a start! 35 seconds into the derby, and it's 1-0. Second goal of the year for Brewster. A stunning pass from Hartford to put him in. We'll tell him to concentrate. We don't want to get carried away. We want to get a little bit carried away, but make sure we don't go give that goal back. Look at that pass from Lewis Hartford. That was absolutely stunning. Brewster made no mistakes with the finish, and it's 1-0, and we've barely kicked off. I mean, I haven't even put the sauce on my pie yet. That's how early it is. Come on, boys. Come on. What else can we do here? There's nothing really. The game, it looks like it's settling down, which is fine. Let's demand a little bit more if we can, please. It will be good to see Carlos get a goal on YouTube. He hasn't... Has he got... No, I don't think he has scored on YouTube yet. You've just seen the highlights of him getting one or two. Show some passion, boys. Come on. It's a derby after all. Here we go. Johnson with the throw. Cochrane. What's he got for us? He passes it straight into the Hibs player. The burgundy shirts, please, mate. Are we going to find ourselves back on level terms here? It's going to be a good strike from there, and that's over the bar. And Amar just laughs at that as it goes over the top. I'm a little bit concerned about Carlos. I mean, he's going to take time to settle in. He's got to learn the language, all that kind of stuff. So we've got to be patient with him, but he's not... I feel like a striker should settle in sort of the quickest of any position, because he's just got to, make runs and stick the ball in there. Here we go, Brewster, back post, Lancaster. Oh, he's missed. He's the Sean Clare of this season, and he's missed there. It's unbelievable. But look, not many goals around the Scottish Premiership today. We've got the only one. So the Scottish version of Soccer Saturday has been very quiet in the studio, I would imagine. What do we want to say to that? You've played well. There's room for improvement, or don't guard against complacency. I think... or guard against complacency, not don't guard against complacency. Let's go halfway. And assertive, you've played well, there's room for an improvement. We'll tell Proctor not to get himself sent off. It was maybe a little bit of a risk going with a backup defensive duo for this one. It was more trying to give them game time as much as anything. I mean, they're both very good players, Proctor and O'Connor. So there's not really any concerns there for, on my part. They're just as good as the other two, really. Maybe not Hehu's a bit of a god, but come on, I believe you have what it takes, Carlos. Let's show us, everybody. I can't remember if I have Uche or Cameron on the bench for this one, but we may need to look to make a change up front. We can also stick Brewster or Lancaster up there, to be honest. We have Cameron on the bench, so yeah, we have options to stick up there. Turnbull's not had a great day, which is a bit disappointing. Here we go. Can we get this second goal? Johnson throws it in for Cochrane. Back for Johnson. Cross in. Lancaster's there. It's headed away. Turnbull, look at your fullbacks, mate. Very far forward. Maybe too far forward, you could argue, considering we're in front. Here we go with Taylor. Good ball in. Back post. It's Brewster again. And Brewster, that's a stunning volley at the back post. Third goal of the season. Second of the game. And we don't half like starting halves quickly this game, do we? Excellent stuff. Really good ball, wasn't it? To find Taylor in space. Taylor made absolutely no mistakes with the cross, and look at that from Brewster on the run, on the volley. Have some of that, Hibs. It's 2-0. Excellent stuff. We don't care if it was offside because it wasn't given, so that's all that matters. Here we go again. Rian Brewster on a hat-trick now, of course. That is, see you later, mate. That's a second booking for you. Brewster's just too good, too quick, too powerful, and that is Hibs down to 10. And this should be cruise control from here, shouldn't it? Here we go with Cochrane. Ball into the box. O'Connor's there. And O'Connor, I thought it was going wide, but he knocks in his first of the year. Harry Cochrane with the assist. Celebrates his 125th appearance with another wonderful set piece, because that's just what he does. We'll give him some praise now. And this is good. Dusts off the disappointment of the Monaco game. I tell you, how is that for a header? He has got that 5 defenders around him, plus 2 of our players. And he's just risen above them all and powered that header in. 62 minutes done. There's still a long way to go here. And with them down to 10, I wonder if with Proctor on a booking, with Dreer on the bench, if we should maybe make a change there. Make sure we don't even up the numbers. Good tackle from O'Connor there. And we go again. We might do that. It's a good opportunity to give Dreer some game time. He was expensive. He's on a lot of wages. But I just want to ease him into the team where we can. And this seems a good opportunity to do that. Here we go. Carlos turns. Has he got a finish on him here? Has he got a finish? No. And it is hacked clear. It's over the top. We've just kind of let him walk in there. That's not the best defending. And Amar's too busy watching. He's got his beer with him because nothing's been happening. And it's 3-1. And we just need to be a little bit careful here, boys, that we don't go and throw this. It's just a hack forward, isn't it? Both centre defenders are asleep. The goalkeeper's asleep as well. I don't know what they're doing on their mobile phones. Or so. Move your feet, mate. Come on. That is the Mal back, isn't it? At his finest. Oh, unbelievable. All right. Come on, boys. You were doing so well. Let's not go and undo all this good work here. What's happened there? Oh my God, what are we doing? What are we doing? Boys! Hey Mar, good save, mate. Let's just lower this tempo down, guys. Just take the sting out of the game, would you please? They're down to 10. We were 3-0 up. You've done your best to give that away. Come on. We have done work on defending set pieces since the Rangers debacle. And you've seen it, I mean, apart from that, well, this episode maybe, but Monaco's a different story. Well, the Amart goal was a bit dodgy, wasn't it? But generally, our defence has improved, so that's good. I was going to bring Dreer on, wasn't I? So let's give him a game for Proctor, sorry. Is there anybody else we want to bring off the bench? I don't think so at this point. Turnbull's not had a great day, but I wouldn't mind just resting Dominguez and Dozzle, to be honest. If the game gets any closer, we'll take him off. But I think we're doing okay. We'll give them some more praise. Yeah, it's just not a great day. You know what, we might... No, we won't. We'll save McIntosh for the Betfred Cup. Betfred Cup, I'm not overly worried about. We'll play sort of the reserve team, which will have first team players in it, just because we have a really good squad right now, especially in midfield. But I'm not too fast if we. I mean, I obviously didn't want to go out to Millwall. What were they called? St Mirren. Oh, Brewster! So close to his hat trick, and it's off the post. Unlucky for him. And this should be last seconds of the game. Another ball in. O'Connor can't quite get that one into the back of the net. But there we go. A comfortable win in the derby in the end. And Rhea and Brewster take a bow. That was really good. And that Porty O'Connor header was sensational. Just the one lapse, wasn't it? And it really took the shine off it. But overall, don't let it get to your head, boys. So that was a good performance. So Brewer sends Hearts top. Reynard satisfied with defeat. Well, that's why you're Hibs manager, mate, not Hearts manager, I would suggest. 2 goals from Brewster. Well done. And while that was all happening, Dundee's only got and held Celtic. So Dundee looks a good team this year, and that sent us back to the top. Yes, Rangers still have that game in hand, but who's that against? It's against Aberdeen. You never know. Aberdeen, they're a better team than that, aren't they? So you never know. Maybe Aberdeen could do us a favour. If we look at sort of the season in as a snapshot, disappointing in the Champions League, but it's only one game in, and it was away from home, so we'll make excuses where needed to there. That's it for today, though, guys. We will be back. Don't forget to, of course, thumbs up and subscribe if you are enjoying this. I think what we'll do is we'll come back for Lazio in the league and the Champions League, and then Dundee is looking. We've got a pretty much a straight run of games here, don't we? Dundee's looking a very good team in the league, so going away to them is going to be tough. And then it'll be Celtic and Tottenham, won't it? And that just about that'll get us to Thursday. So we can just about see what our week has for us this year. I think it's going to. Well, that's a big month of October, isn't it? Let's be honest. That could be not quite season defining in the league, but certainly our European future will be decided in the next few days here. So until then, guys, I've been Aussie. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of how we're going in the comments. Take care.